Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling coherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Pathologic Blind. Now, last time I finally found the butcherer, so let's talk to him and see.
From now on, everyone will have to stay in. That's for sure.
Have you come into your father's inheritance yet? What's in it to you? Because it's likely to contain valuable information. I am of course quite skeptical towards those prehistoric practices, but these days anything could be of help considering the circumstances. Does the inheritance include your father's notes? I don't know. I am currently studying the records of the first outbreak. If at least the 10th of those accounts are true, then a catastrophe is upon us, yet Isidor Burak had found a way to overcome the beast. If there are any notes on that left, they may save us all. What is the first outbreak? Stanislav Rubin, he was one of your father's apprentices by the way, told me that an outbreak of a mysterious disease had already happened once in town, an outbreak that bore many resemblances to the one that killed Simon Kane. The disease had spread throughout one of the poorer districts back then, and was only miraculously contained. It was only raging for 2 or 3 days, but the memories it had left are still soaked with fear so strong that, well, what I'm saying is Isidor's inheritance might very well be of use. I see. Vlad Olgimsky seems to be following your endeavors quite closely, and he is one of the 3 most influential people in the town. I am positive that if you ask for his help, the inheritance will find its way into your hands immediately. The word of the 3 rulers is the only law around here. Okay, I was on my way to see him anyways. And come back to me after you get it. I am sure we'll have a very lively conversation then. I have a strong suspicion you're about to stumble upon quite a few mysteries, and that I could shed some light on them. Will you come? I will. Anything to add?
What?
Not yet, apparently. Okay, I need to go over here. So all of my... that's interesting. All of the notes from the previous day actually disappear. Interesting. And potentially kind of annoying, because, to be honest, I am ridiculously bad at finding my way. Like, I get lost. With like a surprising frequency. It's a quality of mine that actually extends to real life as well. I am really bad at directions. Okay, do we have anything to trade? No. You have people murdering each other in the streets already. So that guy had a knife, and he was clearly in a hurry, so I somehow don't think it was just to cut flowers or whatever.
A wrong time to start this fight.
I had a very hard day, and so have you, most likely. We deserve some rest. Let us talk in the morning. Okay, so I guess you don't want to talk because it's too early. I actually got up early because I wanted to save on time. You know, I still don't know what it is that I need to accomplish.
Father has been avoiding me lately. Strange.
My dad and I would always protect you and give you shelter. We believe you. Do you? I have already heard that Saburov hates you. Katerina has scared him witless with her prophecies. It seems that he believes you to be more terrible a creature than the Shabdak Adir herself. If he gets absolute authority, we will have to hide you. He will demand we turn you in. How can he get absolute authority? He will do so on the pretext of curbing the epidemic. Have you heard what the Bachelor has announced? No. If he told the truth and the rumor is to become a reality, Lord help us all, it would be better if you two joined forces then. How does the news play into Saburov's hand? The Saburovs have always been running things. They hold executive authority, that is the traditional role of their family. They were not actively needed when everything was going fine, but now his hour has come. I'm sure the outbreak has made him happy. He will make us all remember what the Saburov's appanages are. When is this likely to happen? It depends. If the Bachelor's suspicions are correct, it could even happen tomorrow. Hopefully it never does. Hopefully. Okay.
Father has been avoiding.
So just some trivia. Like, I don't have anything particular to do, I don't think. So I guess I'll use the opportunity to rest, to max out my rest meter. Like, what hour would you consider morning already? Would it be 7? The morning of the second day has come. Infected yesterday, 20 people died. 13, gone missing 5. 26 people, total death toll. Currently infected. Day 2, in which the Haruspex under any circumstances gains more than he loses for the first and last time.
A wrong time to start this fight.
I have got good news and bad news for you, Master Burak. Predominantly bad, but there is good one in there. Let's start with the good news then. You may come into your inheritance. No one will dare to get in your way. There is no proof of your wrongdoing. You may take the keys from Alexander Saburov. I can't imagine how they got into his hands, but never mind. That's the good news. Who is this Alexander? Pray see, I am not the only one to bear the burden of authority in this town. The power is divided among 3 families, the Olgimskis, the Kanes, and the Saburovs. The Saburovs are mostly in charge of, shall I say, the executive power, the enforcement machine, enforcement machine, so to speak. And the bad news? The bad news, I've spoken to Saburov about your case, and he is, to say the least, furious. It seems that he's set on destroying you, but by any means possible, disregarding my protection and my personal warranty of good faith. What have I done to make him so angry? It's not him, I think, but rather his wife. Katerina is a mistress, a woman of mystical gift. Her opinion is well respected, no matter what kind of person she is, and she has had a vision of you bringing some horrific bloodshed to pass. This is the price of your ascension to glory, according to her. Is that so? I had no plans for mass bloodshed. I believe you, I do, but can it really be helped? Alexander trusts his wife more than he would ever trust me. The Saborov's duty is to maintain order, and such a discovery about your mission couldn't make them happy. It seems that Alexander has taken it upon himself to stop you from fulfilling this prophecy. Is your name enough to hold them back? For a while, yes. But the news of Simon Kane's death, the rumors of some epidemic, they are all stirring our small town. The people are scared. Alexander is demanding emergency powers, and if he gets what he's asking for, I won't be able to help you like I do now. The lamp will not protect you then. So what do? We hope for the best. I have arranged for a hideout to be prepared just in case. You will be able to lay low and continue your work there, even if Saburov does get the power and orders me to turn you in. The place isn't exactly comfortable, but it is reliable. It will become your home. What kind of place? I've commissioned my son to take care of it. He'll fill you in on the details, and hopefully he will even guide you there. He's living in some abandoned wreck by the station at the moment. You'll find him there if you haven't already. That won't be hard. And now for the main course, the bachelor. He's in charge of everything around here at the moment. The circumstances demand so. I don't trust him. He's digging some dirt on us, I'm afraid. He's smart though, very smart, the big city rotter. You'd better get on his good side. He will keep digging and he will be successful, and he may give you some clues. And I'll make sure that he doesn't hurt anything or anyone. Come by to see him. Don't put it off. Thank you, Vlad. Not at all. I've done so little for you. The times we live in, the mad and cruel times, but you will come into your father's inheritance. Talk to Alexander and his wife even. Use the short break and the immunity that you have while you have them. I will. Okay, so this is the home of Mistress Katerina. She had a true vision about me recently. I still remember the previous mistress. Katerina was barely 20 then. The keys to my property are held by a man in charge of law enforcement and whose duty commands him to get rid of me. Oh well. The Olgimskis are careful about their safety. I still have many enemies. Vlad the Younger will show me a safe place where I can live and work. I will not go to the bachelor yet, because he told me to come back when I claim my inheritance, so I will go see where the hideout is, because there might be some stuff arranged there for me already, like items or whatnot, and it seems I will need it on the next day anyway, so I might as well learn where it is, and it's kind of on the way to where I'm going, so I'll buy some food as well, especially because I'm not sure if this game is smart enough to reflect. Oh yes it is. Yeah, that's so rough. That's rough. Because obviously all of the prices are up because it's a plague. So, you know, food and medicine are going to get ridiculously expensive before long. And to be honest, but so do the guns. So that might work in my favor, actually. I might just sell all of the ammo and like buy a bunch of food, because I imagine it will get even more expensive later on as it goes on. So I'll buy some dried meat, and I'll buy a piece of smoked meat. Yeah, that's fair. A lemon. Increases immunity. Interesting. Okay, I will take one of those back and just pay in cash. Because he doesn't have cash, so he doesn't have anything to give me back. Alright. Yeah, my hunger is pretty bad, actually, already, so I'll just eat a piece of bread.
We promise according to our hopes. We perform according to our fears.
Master Burak, we have prepared a shelter for you. Nice to hear that. You mustn't think that we're shutting the door on you, though. We'll be happy to accommodate you at our place. My sister and I have persuaded our father that the lamp should become your fortress, but your enemies are powerful. Invisibility will protect you from them. What kind of shelter is it? It's our father's secret laboratory. The place is modest, but well hidden from prying eyes. I'm not sure what exactly you're planning to do there, but if at least a tenth of Katharina's prophecy comes true, then you will need a secluded hideout. That is exactly what I need. Moreover, I've spoken to Bachelor Dankowski. He's taking a lot of interest in your affairs lately, and he seems to care about you personally. He dropped me a hint that you may need your father's potion brewing apparatus. It is there. Is it the same device that my father used? Yes, you may remember the extraordinary properties of the herb called twire. Can you smell the spiciness in the air? It's twire. Twire is extremely rare, but using said device, a skilled person could... Well, you'll get the hang of it soon enough. So that means people do know about this place, doesn't it? I cannot say for sure if Isidore used to bring his apprentices and strangers over there, of course, but knowing his character, I would assume that he did not. I don't think so. I myself only found out about it by coincidence. It is well hidden. Fine, please show me where it is. This is my father's hidden laboratory. The Olginskis have chosen this place to be my hideout. It'll also serve as my home for the time being. Okay, but I will actually go and speak about my inheritance with Alexander. Although I must say, there is an awful lot of backtracking in this game, and the traveling is not particularly interesting. Like, most of the homes are just locked anyway, so there's really not that much to do. So you're just walking around, and, you know, collecting crap off the streets. And it's not super engaging. Not to mention, the city itself is not particularly striking visually, so you don't get a lot of sort of visual stimulation as you walk around. Overall, I definitely am not super enamored with this game, but I do intend to finish it. I generally don't drop games until I literally can't complete them because they are too hard or there's like a game-breaking bug, which has happened a couple of times. Specifically with the game-breaking bug, not so with too hard, at least as of yet. Is my knife in good condition? It is. have just realized I should probably put those on. I assume they do something. They are said to have protective properties, the gloves. So they might specifically help with brewing potions. So that I do not burn myself or something.
Don't you think you're in the clear?
So it was you my vision spoke of, the man that would make a great sacrifice and spill rivers of blood. It's all clear to me now. Could you be more precise?
Matchmakers are coming, trying to woo me.
Oh, determined. Where's that idiot girl? Where's the morphine? Is there no one to send for it? And you, why are you here? Don't come any closer. Why are you afraid of me? There was a prophecy, oh my temples. You're bound to drown our town in blood. The wording is precise. You will make a sacrifice. There will be rivers of blood and it will be your doing. You will bring back to the earth all the blood that had been taken from it in the past 10 years. Go away. Why would I make a bloody sacrifice? To ascend and to take your due place. You will be forced to make the sacrifice in order to fulfill your purpose. But I don't want that. Oh God, why is this happening? I need a shot. Go away. I want to give myself a morphine injection. Okay, anything to add?
Only in things of small value, they usually are bold enough not to trust to appearances.
Go away, Ripper. Look, I want to avoid this as well. Help me. Tell me what to be cautious of. Nothing can be avoided. Impossible, I can't tell. And the sacrifice is hazy. I still don't know what will it be. I just think it's hardly a person. It's got the soul of a person, the mind of a person, but it is not a person. Why do you keep hinting? Why can't you just say it outright? That would mean mutilating the reality. Haziness defines shapes. A mistress cannot lie. There's no other way. In other words, that's your way of washing your hands of it afterwards.
I don't think you have killed him.
Did you really see it? Did you hear the words with your own ears? You won't ever understand. You don't have the high sensors, the nerves of a mistress that she feels the world with. You don't know these lines, Burak. It's like trying to describe a smell to a person who has no nose. Oh, whatever.
The wheel of my fortune has touched me in a dream.
Well, you've been notoriously unhelpful.
The wheel of my fortune.
It's untimely. Why now, when I have to resign myself to waiting for the deal to come through?
Who let you in here? The door was open.
My chest hurts. Can it be conscience?
So you had the courage to come to me I thought you'd sent someone. Or do you think I'm not aware of what you have done? What you will do? What I will do? That's interesting. Don't play innocent, Burak. You were born here. You were raised here. Sometimes it even seems to me that I remember you. You must have seen the long strife of the two mistresses, Victoria and Nina. You know how mistresses can see the future. What do the late mistresses say I will do? A living mistress does, Katerina Suborova, my wife. She knows that you will bring much sorrow to us in the coming days. You'd be in jail already, if not for Olgimski's protection. Since when a clairvoyant's words are grounds for imprisonment? I'd put you in jail at my own risk willingly. This isn't the capital. Your civil rights mean nothing here. Here the scope of your right is determined by the will of the rulers. Yeah, I got that already. I know you're a killer. One of the worst killers anyone in this town has ever seen, in fact. You're charged with premeditated murder of at least 4 people. The death of Simon Kane and your father are being looked into. You have no proof. But I will, damn it. If it weren't for Simon's death and the sudden threat of an epidemic, if only they let me off the leash. Perhaps tonight I will finally get rid of it, though. Your patron, Olgimski, won't be able to veto my decisions then. I'm starting to like him. It is only out of the respect for the bachelor. He is for some reason absolutely sure of your innocence. That's understandable. He's an outsider after all, but it is only out of our respect for him that I will hand you the inheritance. I will be watching you every step you make, however. Don't even think about absconding. Well, be my guest. You may take possession of your inheritance. The affairs of the deceased were conducted by one Aspity. She lives nearby, her den is in the crude sprawl. You'll have to make do without a guide, and find a way to her house on your own. And don't you dare leave town. Your culpability is all but proven. It's almost over. Well, we'll see. That Saburov didn't seem very friendly. He did tell me about the mysterious will executor. Strange and suspicious. Well, anyway.
My hands are tied. You're in luck.
What do you want? Who is investigating my father's murder? No one at the moment. Why? Because there's no time for that. There are matters of greater importance. Who will take care of it and when? I will deal with your father's murder personally when I'm not distracted all the time and the order is restored, and something tells me that you won't be happy about the results. I won't let you off the hook. Undoubtedly.
That's okay, I'll make it. I'm made of wood.
Is there somewhere I can stay in this town? You've got an estate here, I believe. Your late father had a house, and a secret laboratory even. Oh, so he knows about it? That's not very good of a hiding place then. My father's house is unclean. I can't help you with that. It's your house. Not anymore.
My hands are tied. You're in luck.
Okay, is there anything to be done here? The answer is not really. So I'll just go there to her. At least I know that there's a time limit. Now I need to accomplish something by the day's end, and at the very least that was pretty well telegraphed once I did accomplish it, that it's done. So no, at least there is that. What's that? The Willows, Anna Angel's house. There doesn't seem to be much point in visiting places I'm not being sent to though, because there's hardly ever anything in them, if they are even open. Okay, you have more bandages. Why not? I have a feeling I will have the need of them. Okay, there's a dog. For a second there I was afraid it's going to attack me. And then obviously I would have to attack it, which would be pretty sad. Oh, so you're telling me there's an inventory limit? It's very interesting. Okay, so I need to sell some of those then. Probably buying food or medicine is the best course of action. Okay, you can mix stuff in this, but
Where did those lazy bastards go?
don't really know how. Oh wait, that's just the... I went to the wrong place, actually. This is just the hideout.
What?
This place is yours. Make yourself at home. Is this where my father used to work? Yes, I personally have only seen it once. There was nothing here then, nothing but tables, instruments and tools. It seems that Isidore used to spend a lot of time here, stayed overnight even. If it was him, that is. Could have been no one else. I hope so.
Who lives without folly is not so wise as he thinks.
And what is this bulky device? This is in fact the still. I think the apparatus had a different purpose originally, but your father has fitted it into this. This is where the herbs are turned into essences. Doesn't really look like lab equipment. He used to say that Twire doesn't discriminate. A rather peculiar thing to say actually. I would have said quite the contrary. I think you'll get the hang of it. How to make sap with spirits, how to extract oil, how to take care of this monster. It should all be written in his diaries. Sure, so
I wonder who else she has an eye to.
They are probably part of the inheritance, right? What is that thing on the table? I'm not sure of it, but I think Isidore used it to work with the organic materials, animal tissues for example. He extracted the required substances from them. How do I use it? I don't know exactly. Rubin told me that you put an infected organ into one of its parts, and then pour one of the precious twirine brews into the other. As a result, you get something called a gruel. There was other equipment here too, a microscope for example. Where are they now? Perhaps the apprentices took them elsewhere. I have no idea. Okay, thanks.
Don't tell me that's not what you were expecting.
Okay, so obviously I do need the actual inheritance before I'll be able to accomplish anything with this, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, that's a ridiculously creepy doll.
Shabnakadir is tracing the streets like bacteria in a vein. Who is she? What's her goal?
So, this is what he looked like. Haruspex Oinon, heir to the warden Burak, a Menku. Who are the Menku? The Menku are those who know the lines of the body, those who have the right to make the cuts, those who know how to disjoint joints in a way that pleases the earth. True, I know of such things.
He who distrusts himself is better off silent.
I managed to preserve your inheritance, if only by miracle. You can take it all now. By a miracle? Why? It was almost taken away from me on the order of those who are in power. They've still managed to snatch some papers I missed. You would have received an empty box and a pocket full of debts, of course, but today the box is heavy, there behind your back. Did you get the key? What were they looking for? I think they wanted to check his notes to sleuth the killer out. Do you believe your father was also killed by the disease? Apparently they said he had a strange wound in his chest with like a claw. So you know already, he did. The general consensus is that the wound was left by the Shabnak Adeg's claws. That's how the hunt after the man-eater started. You've been told that already, haven't you? A bad idea. What's the Shabnak Adeg? Wasn't it a deer? A demonic creature made of clay, bones, and blood. Looks like a person stuffed with bones. The steppe belches it out from its depths when the earth needs a weapon to fulfill the original design. And who are you? I am an evil spirit, that is my origin. My name is Aspeti. I am quite harmless compared to a Shabnak. I wreak anxiety and fear, bringing the strangling feeling of the times changing. But you will make my heart go round. Why? I'm not sure yet. What I am sure of, though, is that Fat Vlad is not to be trusted. Unlike his daughter, she will achieve greatness. Even though she was born of a foul root, her mother was wonderful. I hope she takes after her mother, but Vlad is a swine. Well, I am thankful to those who were there for me to help me in the hour of need.
Changeling has forced the Olgimskis to stop the requisition. The wretched creature is strong.
It makes me happy that you came back to us. Makes you happy? Yes and no. I see the cruel hand of fate in this. Your father died, and the next moment, enter you. Old Burak was a person we pinned our hopes on, the hopes and expectations he never would have lived up to, but you can. The earth has expressed its will. The kin has said its word. What do you mean by that? I'm superstitious. I can't listen to the earth like brides do, but I can listen to the kin. I know how they feel. They looked up to your father, and now they'll look up to you. That is, if they manage to survive and learn of your existence at all, of course. Why did they love my father so much? He was an oinon, a wise man. He could tell justice from injustice instinctively. He could feel the lines nobody even knew about. Some of them aren't even described in the tale of the daughters. Lines? You've forgotten everything. That is fine. But the things you don't remember will come to you naturally. And if they don't, that's how it's supposed to be. You Buraks aren't the center of the world. Yeah, that's for sure.
Shabnakadir is tracing the streets like bacteria in a vein.
Tell me, do you know how to gather the herbs? You won't find anything if you simply walk around looking for it. You have to know the right places. Twire and Sweevery are abundant this year, though. Inexplicable. It's just like 11 years ago when the Cold Tower was built. Basically, you should speak to the Gatherers. Who are the Gatherers? A caste of sorts. Most of them are worms, although they are going extinct. They have had the internecine war of sorts recently. When people started burying their secrets from them, they resulted to killing one another. That was a short-lived trend. Anyone wanted to try the smoky tree for a while, and some worms were tempted to allow this. Why are they called worms anyway? Well, worms are also the children of Bodo, just like men. They are simpler but closer to the earth. They feel the soil better, they know the gentle words to caress the herbs. Twire has a very distinct growth pattern, you know? Each stem has its own name and personality. You need to get to know it, to nourish it and cherish it. Where I can find them? There were 3 worms on the town's border not so long ago. Someone was being hunted to try to flee the town, and they were waiting for the victim's death. I'll show you approximately where they are, and you can go from there. But they don't used to stay in one place for long. They travel and break camps for the night. Thanks.
There's a hole under my heart.
Tell me more about the infusions. They have a lot of various properties. At the moment, what you should care about the most is that they can serve as medicine that's no longer found in drugstores. Some of them can work as protective substances. They boost your immunity. Take a look. Some are painkillers, some quench hunger, some mitigate exhaustion. There's no medicine in the drugstores? You can come across some drugs from time to time, but they are of poor quality. Someone's bought up the whole supply recently, and I've heard it was a single person too. I wonder who would do something like that. The information could be of use. Twire is, of course, no medicinal herb. Earth does not serve man. The man serves Earth. Whatever.
Changeling has forced the Olgimskis to stop the requisition. The wretched creature is strong.
Tell me about Twire. It transforms any substance. If you want to continue your father's practices, you'll need to stock up on herbs. Some of them are even stronger, you know, White Whip, for example. What does it do? White Whip was always a mystery. It's almost impossible to find it on your own. By the way, you'll have to talk to the Gatherers about it. As for the properties it adds to the infusion, I don't remember, you need to know the recipes. A lot depends on the blade, too. Why? Each blade has its own personality that is known. All of them are different, but the blades of each kind of herb have something in common, too. So even if you don't know how a particular blade grew, you can still risk making an infusion with it. It will have an effect. I will heed your advice.
There's a hole under my heart.
What? I'm not quite sure why there's suddenly additional information about it. I misclicked. I was supposed to go forward, but I might as well read it. People are willing to take the fall for reasons most peculiar, cold calculation, despair, duty, and even love. Today a new opportunity to step closer to victory has come up. Having learned about this, a few people have abandoned the safety of their home, endeavoring to assist you in your efforts. If you value their lives, find a way to fulfill your current goal until nightfall. If you couldn't care less, just let them do as they please. You will have a few people left who are willing to sacrifice themselves for your cause. Okay, that kinda tells me about the time limit. Kinda. I wonder if it was always there, like for the previous day. Okay, I do get quite a lot of money. A brand. The Steppe people used irons like this to brand livestock, but the symbols are sometimes used to mark places, events, and even living creatures. This type of brand iron is exceedingly rare. Okay, black twire. A bunch of herbs. Which I can't pick up. silver ring. It would be the best. I don't want to throw stuff out, so it would be the best to go out, find a shop, sell some of the random crap, and go back. Like, is there a shop somewhere nearby? What is that? Oh, not a shop, that's for sure. That's a pharmacy. I would prefer to buy some food, but to be honest, at this point I'll take whatever. Painkiller. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. Okay, I'm not sure what I would need those for, but I'll buy a couple because they stack with different things that I have, and I can. Okay, I think that's enough. I need to get some kind of a loss, but not necessarily, maybe. Okay, whatever. Do I have 4 spaces? No, I only have 3. Damn. The most useful kind of a shop would be a butcher's shop. Or, you know, someplace that sells food. Which, you know, speak of the devil, apparently. So I have a feeling food is soon going to be out of stock. That's one of the most important things to stockpile in a crisis situation. I guess I can sell some of this back to him. Okay. Now to go back to that place. This is the living place of one of the worms. Okay, I'll do that soon enough as well. What time is it? 10:25. Alright, so I have still a lot of time until midnight.
It's better not to ask. Silence is golden.
Okay, you know what? I will drop the organs, because as callous as it will make me sound, or at least, can I store them here? They are kind of in bountiful supply.
Perhaps turning inside out will help.
Herbal recipe number 6. Nice and simple. 2 stems of black twire, 1 stem of brown twire, 32 to mere 3.
It's better not to ask. Silence is golden.
Okay, I will drop it. I know where to acquire human organs, should the need arise.
What's wrong with my eyes?
1 stem of black twire and 1 stem of brown twire. Wrap with 1 stem of sweevery. Black twire, bloody twire.
Yes.
Flower. Brown twire. Okay, so I could make some of those potions already, and maybe I should. I think that, you know, they are probably going to go into drugs or the food tab, which will free some space in my inventory, which I do kind of need. Okay, so I can store the recipes right here. I don't need to carry them on my person. 2 stems of black twire, 1 stem of brown, 32 to 3. I'm not sure what the numbers mean, but okay, it was 2 stems of black and 1 of brown. Twirine extract, a valuable immunity boosting infusion made of several herbs. Its effect heavily depends on the random factors, the type of herbs that were gathered, the composition of the herb mix. If all of the fake factors are favorable, it's possible to prepare an infusion that greatly increases immunity and inflicts almost no damage to health. Okay, do I have enough to make another one? No. However, I might see what's the recipe for the other thing. 1 stem of black, 1 stem of black, 1 stem of brown, 1 stem of sweevery. Okay, so I can't do that, actually. Because I lack black twire, so I guess I would have to go out and gather some. Which it's going to perhaps be good to go and talk to one of the gatherers right here. Okay, the other one lives over here. But there was also supposed to be the third one. Where is he? Oh, the third one is over here. This is the living place of one of the Odonge, otherwise known as worms. They are shepherds and vagabonds, half people, outcasts of the kin, gatherers of herbs and roots. Okay, it's almost noon. Okay, you, sir, look incredibly creepy. Although also... Well, actually you don't. You look kinda cute. Actually. I know your smell. You smell of autumn soil, and of the smoke that comes from burning leaves. And you smell of milk. I feel the smell of blood. You have with you the blood of a person that is not with you, right? You have a keen nose. How much blood do you need? It isn't I who need it, the earth does. The earth won't take more than it needs to grow, as many herbs as you will take from me. Alright. So does that mean we can trade? We are the worms inside Bodo's body. We gather herbs, brown twire, rusty twire, black twire and bloody twire, and sweevery and an edge, and a white whip speak to us. Does anyone in town buy twire? There is a den in the earth, yes, a den where people drink liquid twirling. A terrible man spends his days there, spends his nights, seduces the children of Bodo into treachery. Curse him. It was he who made us kill our Odong brothers, the brothers that have given away our secrets. Is that so? Okay, give me some herbs. So you trade for blood, that's what you do. Quite costly as well. Since I came all the way to see you, might as well at least buy one, so that I can make another one. I can't afford anything else. Although it seems you also accept food, but it is highly unfavorable, because obviously I paid like thousands of bucks for that. Okay, maybe I'll be back to trade later. To be honest, I thought he would like actually tell me, you know, how to gather, where to gather those herbs myself, rather than just trade with me. But I guess you can't always get what you want. I will eat something actually. Like this piece of dried meat, for example. I read this. The misunderstanding has been partially solved. Bachelor Dankowski has managed to uncover the truth. Simon Kane fell victim to some unknown disease. Since the connection between the killing is evident, it is clear to you that your revered father, Isidor Burak, died of the same cause. Your name will be cleared if gradually. However, we'd like to warn you that people with a certain bias are likely to ignore the facts. Then, there are simpletons who will disregard the facts out of stupidity. Take care. Each one of the families in power will play their own game and pursue their own purpose, always at your service. Benefactors. Yeah, I think this is different. Behold the sought one, the named one, marked by the brand. He is sick, he is dying. The earth has come up to his waist. I must complete the task my father left unfinished. I have yet to find out the identity of my patient, but I know already the answer to how his life might be prolonged. There's talk of sand pest outbreak. I don't know who is dying yet, but I know what they are dying of. The enemy that was once defeated by my father has returned with a vengeance. I wasn't left the box for its mundane value. There's more inside it than unfinished deed. This is an unfulfilled duty. There is a knowledge inside, the formulas, the compoundings, the keys to create the only solution, which the sought one may be cured with, a panacea. I don't know yet who is at their deathbed, but I will know how he might be brought back to life. 2 journeys await me. The first will lead me to the sought one, and the second will teach me how the panacea can be made. It is time to depart. Okay. I have quite a long trek ahead of me. Why are you running so fast? Shopping? Everything's getting so pricey. The prices are rising by leaps and bounds, literally by the hour, and I mean it. An hour ago, butter cost 100, and now it's 500. I can't even imagine what it will be like in the evening. What am I supposed to tell Mom? Why is this happening? Well, obviously because people need food, and it's a crisis situation. There's a limited amount of food, and there's a lot of demand, and not enough supply, so prices are naturally going to rise. That's a basic law of the economy. People say it's because the train will not come, and that because there's something stirring. What train? The train. The one that transports food into the town. We have nothing stored at home, not even flour. You know how much I love stick joe? And candy boxes, you know? The ones with green, yellow and orange sweets all mixed up. But I gobbled up the last one I had a week ago. This is indeed a tragedy. Okay, we have some medicine.
How come poor Lara Ravel has this much money? Unbelievable.
Don't come near me. Why is it that you hate me so much? You smell of blood. Blood smells like smoke. Smells of memory, knowledge, and ancient religion. Stop it. I want you to stop coming into my house. Well, I'm coming to see the bachelor. Okay, I will talk to him, but next time, because this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to pause it here. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!